My 27F girlfriend of 2 years won't forgive me for cheating on my ex-fiancé, 28F, and I'm 28M at a loss. I'm just gonna jump in. Background: so I know this sub often quotes once a cheater, always a cheater. I agree and disagree at the same time. I cheated on my ex-fiancé when I was 24. I had recently found out after my mother passed that she was not actually my mother, but my grandmother. My junkie sister who overdosed when I was 15 was actually my bio mom. My fiancé at the time, Alma, told me that I needed to get over it because there was nothing I could do. She stopped wanting to talk to me even if it was about her day, and I felt emasculated constantly. She refused to have sex for months at a time and I withdrew. We both stopped trying, but neither of us were ready to let go as we were high school sweethearts and were afraid of being without each other. Long story short, I had a one-night stand. In the moment it felt nice that someone was interested in my day, in me, and found me sexually attractive, and then it felt like someone dropped a boulder on me. I told Alma immediately the day after and we split up. I am by no means proud of myself for cheating. I felt sick to my stomach looking at myself and took a year to reevaluate my life. I moved apartments, hit the gym, ate better, tried Buddhism, and now I feel better. Alma and I even got together after the year to talk things out. She apologized for pulling away and I apologized for cheating. We forgive each other. We'll never be great friends again, but I feel better knowing that we won't cringe when we see the other person. I met my now girlfriend, Sasha, at a mutual friend's party. I got her number and we really hit it off. When we broached the conversation about past relationships, I told her what happened between me and Alma. I told her that if she had any questions or if this made her feel uncomfortable, then to let me know. She seemed fairly understanding, though she had never cheated, or been cheated on, and we continued to have a wonderful relationship. We moved in together in November. Now-ish. About the end of February she started to become increasingly curious about the cheating. She asked me if the one-night stand and I ever talked after, if she knew I had a fiancé, if Alma wanted to try and work things out, if I ever tried to get with other women in relationships, etc. I answered her honestly to all and let her know that if she's concerned that I'm going to cheat again, I'll keep my electronics and such open to her. Things seemed to be alright, for a bit, until I noticed that Sasha was compulsively going through my electronics. She didn't ask me any more questions regarding my infidelity but just became very jealous and controlling. For example, 3 weeks ago I had to take my computer to the shop because it had been acting buggy. Come to find out that a keylogger of some sort had been installed on my computer. I brought this up to Sasha and she asked why I took my computer in, that it worked fine for her, and that maybe it downloaded when I went onto some porn site. Another example would be Alma messaging me on Facebook last week wondering why I sent her and another girl from high school text messages. I had no idea what she was talking about and she sent me screen caps from a cell phone number that's obviously mine. The texts weren't inappropriate, but obviously out of place. They just tried to strike up a conversation but were obviously not done in my tone. Again I asked Sasha and she seemed genuinely clueless and baffled. I checked my online account and it confirmed that the messages were sent from my phone. Yesterday Sasha and I went out to celebrate her friend Danielle's promotion. When Sasha went to the bathroom, Danielle brought up cheating. She told me about this ex that cheated on her all the time and cheated in all of his relationships. Once a cheater, you know. I told her that for some people that's true, but I think once a cheater should be reflective of the relationship that someone cheated in. I always know Alma will see me as a cheater. I can't take that away, but I never want to cheat again. I never want to step into a relationship and be treated like a cheater. I explained this to Danielle without referencing my past infidelity. She laughed and told me I diluted myself and that Sasha better keep her eye on me. Sasha came back and I excused myself and told Sasha I felt sick and wanted to go home. She wanted to stay and said I could just Uber. I Ubered home and watched some Netflix. Sasha came home a little tipsy and began to slyly ask if I came home immediately, or if I detoured. I asked her why she was being so distrustful as I felt I kept communications open to her and have not given her a reason to not believe me. She went silent then excused herself to go to bed. When I joined her she was on her laptop and slammed it shut when I entered the room. Today I'm fuming. I've done everything I can to help alleviate any worries of cheating. I've done my best to be a better person than who I once was. I'm at a loss and don't know if this is a normal reaction when you date someone who once cheated. Is this worth salvaging with Sasha or should I just cut and run? Update: my 27F girlfriend of 2 years won't forgive me for cheating on my ex-fiancé, 28F, and I'm 28M at a loss. So I'm just going to sum things up because there's a lot of detail and it's great for long stories with friends, maybe not Reddit. Sasha told me she was going to visit her mother because there was a health emergency last week. I took her to the airport and immediately moved all essentials out of my place to a storage locker not far from it. I had my computer and phone scrubbed of key loggers and trackers. There were several on each. A good friend of mine offered me his spare room until a month is up as I had to leave a 30-day written notice for Sasha in the apartment. I decided it would be best to wait until she got home to let her know we broke up to not distract from her family. The day before Sasha was supposed to fly back I received an eerie Facebook message from Alma. Apparently for the past couple days her home had been messed with. Someone left gates open, tore through screen doors, broke a couple pots in yard, and she felt like she was being watched. She asked if there was any chance that I or Sasha was behind all of this. It pained me to say it, but part of me thought Sasha or Danielle might be, as I had no idea where Alma currently lived. I informed her about the keylogger, the trackers, and other issues. Alma asked what kind of car I drove, as she had noticed the same car driving by several times and was now parked at the end of her block. It was not Sasha's vehicle or mine, so I assumed Danielle might be stalking Alma on Sasha's behalf while I was gone. Alma asked if I would come deal with this, as she was very upset to be involved involuntarily in this issue and to at least provide company so she wouldn't be home alone. She gave me her address and off I went. Come to find out, Sasha never boarded the plane. She bought a ticket and turned around as soon as I did. She rented a car and went to stalk Alma, probably in hopes to catch me going back to Alma. Which in her eyes happened as soon as I showed up to Alma's place. I arrived and Sasha came bulldozing out of her rented car towards me. She kept screaming at me for cheating on her, that she knew I'd run back to that SLT, that the second she was gone I couldn't keep my dick in my pants. Alma came out of her house at the sound of the screams and Sasha tried to sprint at her. Thankfully Alma was able to get back into her home and lock the door in time, while Sasha began to roll things around her yard. The police arrived and took everyone aside for statements. Alma showed pictures of prior damage, photos of the car parked at the end of the block, Facebook messages between me, and I did the same. Surprisingly, it seemed that Sasha didn't deny any of it. She even admitted to stalking Alma's Facebook enough to determine where she lived based on photos. The worst moment was when they put Sasha into the police car. She looked me dead in the eye and told me that what she did for me and our love together. We will be together, she swears. The police officer apologized and said I should start looking into a restraining order ASAP. So that's what I've been doing this week. I think I want to be single for some time now. Now on to another story. My 22M girlfriend, 20F, told me that she's attracted to my brother, 26M. So my girlfriend and I have been together for almost 2 years now, and she's the only girl I've ever dated, and I love her so much, but she can be really insensitive sometimes, and I'm starting to think I might not be able to get over this one. So here's what happened. So we were laying in bed talking about fantasies and stuff, and she started telling me about how she's always had this fantasy of being dominated by like a really muscular tall guy. At first I didn't care, I was laughing about it and saying, well, sorry, I can't help you with that unless you're willing to give me a few years to hit the gym and see if I can pull it off. It didn't matter to me because it was just a fantasy, and it's not like I don't have any fantasies. But she says, well, you can never be that. I'm talking about someone like your brother. My brother is like 6'5", former defensive lineman. When she said that, I told her, excuse me, what's that supposed to mean? She said, oh no, I meant it like body type wise. That's the body type that I'm attracted to. So I told her, you're saying you're more attracted to my brother than you are to me? She said, well, yeah, but just physical attraction. You can't get mad at me for having a type. Obviously I was livid when I heard that, but I didn't want to seem petty, so I ended the conversation. Keep in mind that I'm not short, I'm 6 feet 1 inch, and I'm definitely not muscular, but I'm not too skinny either. So now my best friend thinks it's disrespectful and that I should break it up with her. To be honest, my self-esteem has taken a big hit, but is this really a good enough reason to break up with someone? Should I bring it up with her again and tell her how offended I am, or just let it go? Edit. Hey guys, so I didn't get to read all the comments yet. There's so many of them, but I feel like I gotta clarify this. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't really have a problem with her being attracted to a different body type. I'm attracted to a different body type than hers too, and I also don't have any problems with her fantasy being that she wanted to be dominated by said body type. I've got my own fantasies. My problem is with her saying that it's my brother. Edit 2. After reading some more comments, a lot of people seem to think that this will lead to her cheating with him. Honestly, I don't see that happening. Because she really hates cheaters, and even if she wanted to do it, there is just no chance in hell my brother does that. Update. My 22 meters girlfriend, 20F, told me that she's attracted to my brother, 26 meters. Hey guys, so it turns out I may have been overreacting a little bit. I sat her down yesterday and started telling her how uncomfortable I felt because of what she said, and explained to her that I was hurt because of what she said, because she knows how competitive my brother and I can be. At that point, if I'm being honest, I was fully prepared to break up with her if she didn't get it, especially because almost all of the comments on the first post were saying that it's a sign of disrespect. But she said that she didn't realize how messed up the comment she made was until after it happened, and she swears that she's never even thought about him that way, and that she was just thinking of guys who had the body type she was talking about. She also said that there is no other guy she'd rather be with sexually or romantically. She seemed really remorseful about the whole thing, and even said that if I had said the same thing about one of her friends it would have killed her, and she just kept apologizing, calling herself stupid and asking if I'm mad at her. So I told her to just forget about it, and I know how she doesn't think before she speaks sometimes, and I'm just glad to know that she didn't mean anything by it. So everything worked out for the best, and I've decided that I'm gonna try to be less insecure from now on, and I'll also try to stop overreacting to stuff like that. Thanks to everyone who gave me advice, especially the top comment from the previous post. Thank you for the helpful advice, Edit. So I read some of the comments. And to all the people that think she's lying and that she's going to cheat on me eventually, let me tell you this. I know for a fact that she was telling the truth. I can tell whenever she's lying. We've known each other for a long time, and she's not a very good liar, and I can safely say that she would never cheat on me. She's just not that kind of person. Update. My 22 meters girlfriend, 20F, told me that she's attracted to my brother, 26 meters. So after we made up like a week ago, things kinda went back to normal for a while. Until we got into a fight over my coworker texting at 4 a.m. It was work-related stuff. I'm new, so I had asked her for some help, but she got really upset for some reason even after I showed her texts and there was clearly nothing going on. She got mad and, shouting at me, saying I'm being sus by not setting boundaries with my friend. And then when I told her that she's overreacting, she flat out said, "Don't act like you didn't go crazy when I said I wanted to fuck your brother." It honestly took me like a minute to process what she just said. I was shocked. So, I'm not proud of this. I got really mad too and said some nasty stuff about her, and she said some nasty stuff about me, and yeah, it's pretty much over. That was 5 days ago. At first, I was just so pissed at her that I was just glad she's gone, but now it's kinda hitting me that it's really over, and it's kinda hard to believe because I kinda always assumed we'd end up together. Never even imagined myself with someone else. So yeah, even though she really pissed me off and said some messed up stuff, I still wanted to be with her and really thought about fixing things until yesterday when my brother's ex, she's a friend of a friend, I see her occasionally, told me about how she noticed that my girlfriend was flirty with my brother once at a party last year. Now TBH, that ex isn't the most credible source, she's known for a lot of BS, and when I asked Josh about it he told me that never happened and he wouldn't lie, so either she's lying or he just didn't notice. Regardless if it was true or not, it just made me realize that I won't be able to get it out of my head. And maybe it is Amy problem, I'm not sure, but her attitude about it definitely didn't help. So yeah, even though it hurts, I blocked her, deleted all the pics and all that stuff, and I'm ready to start moving on. Life's kinda weird right now, but I just got employed recently, my first real job, and I'm excited for that, so I'm gonna be okay. Again, I just wanted to thank everyone for the great advice. Thanks Reddit. Update, is it okay if I, 22M, ask out my ex-girlfriend's best friend, 20F? Hey guys, first of all I just want to say that I'm not doing it to hurt my ex or anything like that, I'm just honestly so attracted to her friend. So my ex and I broke up about a month ago because she said she had a fantasy to be sexually dominated by my brother, which started a fight and it kinda just escalated from there. I've posted about it before. I realize this whole thing looks bad on my side and that people will probably think that I'm going out with her friend out of spite or to make her jealous or something like that, but I swear that's not it. I really like this girl. She's funny as hell and really cute, and she watches football and I've got a major crush on her. We've been texting constantly for 2 weeks and I can tell she likes me too. She's being super flirty and calling me cute and stuff. I really want to go out with her, but at the same time I don't want to be that guy. As much as I dislike my ex, she still used to be an important person to me, so I'm not sure if I should do it or nah. So I guess I'm on here to see what y'all think. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Edit. Also, I forgot to mention, she told me to keep it a secret if we ever go out. Apparently just until she's ready to tell her friend. Update. My 22M girlfriend, 20F, and I have been together for almost 2 months and she's still keeping our relationship a secret. Hey guys, I'm back because I need more advice. I broke up with my ex over 3 months ago and it definitely wasn't a clean, healthy breakup. We pretty much hate each other's guts now. I posted about it before. The problem is that my current girlfriend is my ex's BFF. So when we started dating we figured it's best to keep it under wraps for a while, especially cause our breakup was only a month old at that point. So whenever we'd want to go out we'd go somewhere far so no one we know would see us. We almost only hang out at each other's places anyway. It also helped that everyone's quarantined. We successfully kept it a secret so far, in fact the only one who knows is my brother, and we had to tell him because he's also my roommate. But now it's been 2 months and the hiding that was fun at first is kinda annoying now. But my girlfriend still doesn't want to tell because she's afraid of losing her friend. She seriously told me that we should wait until my ex gets a new boyfriend.